Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time to introduce you to our drag and drive setup. Not packed yet, we gotta go weigh it. But here is Project Apocalypse and her trailer. This will be our 2024 Hot Rod Drag Week setup right here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have my lovely wife here who's going to show off what we got. So, what you messing with there?
The door.
Yeah.
Gotta unlock it first. Oops.
Unlock it? Like I said, you know, this is just a cheap little cabinet lock and a screen door latch. We went ahead and put some diamond plate up around the edge with some sealing foam, so that way when it closes up, well, you can see there, it seals up real nice. Seals it up nice and tight up against the wood. Big enough that we can fit inside.
Perfect enough.
We're not trying to live here, we're just trying to spend some time in here, you know? So we got a power inverter mounted up here, so it's gonna run down here to our battery. We got a deep cycle marine battery. We're gonna probably put a solar panel up on the roof to charge this. But once your inverter's on, we can turn the switch on, turn on a light, even in the dark. We can see, I threw up a battery charger up here, so that way we can charge our batteries off of this. Oops. We can even open the windows with a little ratchet there. We got our fire poker sticks hung up there. We're probably gonna hang a few more things up from the top because it's pretty strong. Got our nice big windows. Wife loves that one. Mm-hmm. Lost the handle, so naturally, what do? We use a ratchet. Perfect. Toolbox will go here. It fits perfectly right here. So that's where the toolbox is gonna go. There's our homemade fenders. Think about putting a bike rack either here or off the back, so the wife has a bike to ride around to the track. So here's our LEDs all lit up. Kind of hard to see with the sun being out. And then here's our favorite part. These are our cheap Amazon lights, but check that out. Yep, that's cool. The only difference between that and a regular trailer harness is we had to use a 5-pin because I had to have the brake lights running to one, so that was one difference there. We got our jack all mounted up. I'm still working on how we're going to mount fuel jugs here. Let's go ahead and take it down to the weigh station and see how much this puppy weighs so we can get tags and stuff so we can pay the government to have a trailer. Project Apocalypse is doing the thing, ladies and gentlemen.
The trailer's not a flatbed.
She actually pulls pretty good. She doesn't fishtail.
Good.
She stays right behind us. You can definitely tell there's an air dam back there because you can tell the car just has a little bit more of a pull on it, but it's not like, whoa. By the way, we made some modifications to the car. Remember, stupid, you'd have to drive this to the next track. You know, that's got to be up there that way if we just gotta, you know, let her eat and send some connecting rods up to the ISS space station. You know, I remember that we still got to go to however many more tracks we got. But yeah, I'm really excited. This thing pulls great. Looks like I'm having a better time pulling than this guy up here is. He's going into the ditch. Get back on the road, buddy! Oh, well, I guess there's a size difference between him and I. But I think the coolness factor of this car in this trailer makes up for it.
Gauges look good.
Yeah, don't look at that because it's still not calibrated.
We still need to do that.
It's okay, we got time, and we got what, like...
It actually is pulling a lot better.
A couple days till drag week? That's fine. I probably actually, now that I think about it, I probably got to go and mess with the mixture screws a little bit now that we went up in jets.
Probably.
Didn't even think about that. Carburetor things. Well, we dropped the load. Itty bitty teeny tiny trailer on this big old scale. 680. Oh, I was hoping she was gonna weigh less than 5. That's only $16 a month. Anyways, she's still cute. I mean, look at that little thing. That's still not bad. I could live with that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a drag and drive trailer that actually goes straightish. I think that we can start packing this thing up. That way Saturday we can head out to Finley Cruise. And by the time you see this, actually yeah, you guys will see this by the time I'm heading to Finley Cruise. Saturday night we're going to the Finley Cruise, then we're heading down to Hebron. We're going to stay somewhere overnight. Whether it's we sleep in the camper or find somewhere to stay at a hotel, we're doing this thing.
Well, here's the toolbox setup. Battery box right there. Toolbox right here.
That way when I'm broken down on the side of the road, I can actually get to my tools. Spare parts, pliers, more stuff, wrenches, RTVs and stuff.
Perfect. I know TV mount. I'm so excited.
Doesn't stay on while we drive.
No.
Well, there she is. We're still in track mode. Got to change after the cruise tonight, but she's all loaded up, and I mean packed full. Ain't got no room. Drive shaft zip tied down. Street tires mounted down. Wife's bike's there. Woo, windows opening. Welcome back to another episode of Quarter Horse Customs. Actually, no, never mind. Scratch that. We're continuing a previous video I did before Drag Week. Okay, anyway, 6 weeks right around the corner. This is kind of a continuation from when we first built the camper. I guess I never finished this video, so I'm going to finish it out now. Well, we got a pack, and I go a wee bit excessive, I guess, kind of, maybe. Not really. I want to make sure that if somebody else needs some help, if it's something I got, I will gladly hook them up with it, get them back on the street. But I got a lot of crap now. We've been changing some things. Cobalt had a great deal on these pack outs. You get the pack out and a charger and a battery. Then you get a free tool. So, all for $100. And I can't even buy the batteries for the $100. Or the $130 grinder. Or the $120 impact I got. So, I said, cool. And then the cases snap together so I can stick them on a stop shelf and throw a bunch of cord over top and hold some crap. But I gotta figure out where everything's gonna go. You know, like, I was thinking, you know, hey, maybe we can put the spark plugs in one of these containers and I can put my used ones off to the side so you can see how they're going throughout the week. And then get rid of my boxes, you know, starter and fuel pressure regulator, extra fuel pump in my C box, put it into a pack out box. And then, of course, you throw a wrench in the plans. You know, Advanced Auto Parts had to go out of business in Fostoria and I think Tiffin. And I went up there, and I mean, I paid like $1 for this stuff. I mean, the fuses, I think I paid like $3 for these. These are like $40 packets of low fuses. Those are going in Apocalypse, so that way, you know, I don't have to poke and prod and figure out which fuse blew while my windows won't go up. I can just say, hey, the one with the light on is bad. Can we yank it out? I mean, the alternator jumps thingy, I mean, it was all a couple bucks, so I gotta unpack all this stuff, figure out whether it'll fit in the electrical drawer, or if I gotta make a junk box, or another junk box, or what I'm gonna do, and then I gotta figure out how I want to make everything in there so it's easily accessible. Like, the oil is perfect right there. I don't think I'm gonna mess with that bottom shelf. We got our spare clutch, spare air filter, and our oil down there. And our cooler's right on top. That way we can have one in the car and one in here for food. I really want to find a small cabinet, but I don't know if anybody knows this. 6 weeks, like 2 weeks away. And I'm not packed and the car's not ready to go. So we'll go from there. But anyway, I'm going to start organizing all this crap. Nobody wants to see me unbox me. You want to watch me unbox a bunch of piece of plastic? No? Okay. I won't do that. But I'm going to go ahead and start unpacking all this stuff. Figure out how I should put the stuff. And then figure out how I'm going to get it in the camper. See, anytime I want to put something in the camper, I have to remove the toddler. And then put something in the camper. And then, as you see, when the next thing has to go in, I will have to, again, remove the toddler. So, that'll be fun. Let me get this stuff figured out, what we're doing with where, and at least what we want to keep with what. And, we're going to need a bigger trailer. Oh, man, we need 2 more. I need a station wagon. Never thought I need a station wagon. And like I said, these little pack-out things are pretty cool. You know, I can remove this and just have it up in there somewhere, or like I said, maybe make this a tune-up thing, have that in here, maybe put the carb jets down in there. So that, and on top of that, I gotta go through the toolbox, put everything back in there, you know, remove the toddler, and then figure out where we want to stack everything. Like I said, this shelf here is pretty much good. That shelf's probably gonna get contained into a box, so I can put some pack outs there, and then that grill I think needs to be moved up because we want easy access to that. And then obviously, you know, being, you know, Ford, gotta have that spare T5 back there. Fire extinguishers up here, gonna leave that there. Got the wife's little jack. And then I gotta debate whether or not I want to haul the big jack or if I want to just borrow one from somebody. But then I don't want to be the guy who's on the side of the road because I don't have a jack. But it's so heavy. Maybe I can make some kind of riser for that other one. I might try that. Alright, I'm going to get back into this and see. I'll update you guys as we go. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. We, thought Tyler was falling out of the camper. Sorry about that. We, have actually made some significant progress today. Yeah, we'll go with that. So, here's what I got so far, okay? Bear with me. So, like I said, we got these little pack-out guys. They were a steal. I mean, I needed a grinder anyway, so we got the other one and we got this little guy. Hopefully this will make doing the exhaust or transmission swaps a little easier. So, here's how I got the pack out set out. We got 2 of them. So I figured I want something that I can just grab and go from these pack outs. So first one we got here is troubleshooting. We got, you know, our voltage meter, power probe, stethoscope, 2 timing lights, timing light wires shoved over here because they're finally out of the way. And then I got some wiring stuff, grommets, cotter pins. Just gave those finally a nice home. So that's what we got in the first pack out. Oh, and I got extra caps just because I didn't have room for those anywhere. And then the second one, we have all of our carburetor and tuning stuff. So we got our spark plugs over here. Like I said, we'll run the auto lights. Some people have been telling me to try out the NGKs. I don't know. They don't really look that much different. I don't know if they're going to make any difference. I mean, they're both copper core plugs. I mean, in my opinion, a spark plug's a spark plug. But I told them I'd give them a try. I mean, I guess they do look a little nicer than these ones. But I mean, with how often we change the plugs, I don't know. We'll see if they make a difference. We'll test them out on a sick week and let you guys know that there's a toddler in my camper. No, we'll let you know what we think of them. I have to go ahead and open up the new kit. Thank you, Terry, for hooking us up with these because, well, I mean, I don't know if you noticed this, but we're a few short. Here's all the electrical stuff that I picked up. Extra battery terminals, dielectric grease, relay block, all these little plugs, switches, relays. All that good stuff's going to be in here. Extra headlight wiring thing. Just in case we need that stuff, I'd rather have it. Here's all my pliers in case we got to crimp batteries. Got to pull the motor and close the hoses. Oil filter wrench. Electrical pliers. Strippers. Fuel line cutter. Wire cutters. Wire strippers. These guys are pretty nice. These guys are so you can grab onto your wire right there. And then you can probe it from here without stabbing through your finger. Not that I've done that 852 times before I bought that. This is kind of my miscellaneous drawer. You know, got seal puller, piston ring tool in case someone needs it. We got calipers, brake tools, cotter pins, razor blades, harmonic balancer puller, dust caps or vacuum caps, more vacuum caps, self-tappers because I swear to gosh, that's what's all holding the car together. We got some fuel line disconnectors, compression tester, this is for the Fox bodies have that, I can't remember the name of the thing right now. It's on the distributor. You got to have this special tool to take it off. But, you know, hopefully if somebody needs it, I'll be able to help them out with that so they don't have to worry about not being able to take it off. Oh, man, this drawer is the fun drawer. I got all kinds of crap in here. So this drawer got some extra cotter pins. These are clips for the drive shaft U-joints. Extra hood pins just in case. I really don't want to use them, but if I got to get there. Some extra line lock fittings. These are those sleeves that brake line bleeders. That way I can bleed the master cylinder. We have some electrical stuff in here. Extra boots in case I need to replace boots. Some bigger grommets. Diodes. Hopefully I don't need those because you see they don't work very well. Oops. Extra terminal block. These guys are nice, so I gotta jump some wires. Some extra connections there. Here we got some extra fuel line ends in case anybody needs them. I always carry freeze plugs now. The 387 popped out a freeze plug on us last year, and I don't know why. It had antifreeze in it. Everything should have been good. So I'd rather have it and just be able to pop it in and call it a day. These go to my fuel gauge. I probably don't need them, but I can have them. And then, of course, you know, this is a backup for my main engine ground, just to make sure I have one of those. Extra fuel line piece. Got some extra oil drain plugs just in case. Distributor pieces. Roll pins for T5s. All my distributor timing gear stuff. So I can change springs and weights if I have to, because that was embarrassing. Oh, this is just in case I need to run like an actual fuel pump or fuel line. Or fuel filter, I can just plug this guy in line, seal that up, put a filter in line, just in case. Who knows? You never know. It's drag and drive, people. Oh, extra alternator bracket, extra radiator cap, extra distributor cap, oil plug in case I lose one. These are the bolts I use for the harmonic balancer or the headers. Oh, extra exhaust clamp, block off plate in case I gotta swap the motor. Really hope I don't need to use that. This is an extra U-bolt from the trailer just because, you know, it doesn't hurt to have an extra one. In the bottom, we just kind of have some more random crap. This is our clutch tool to push on the clutch forks. That way we can change the cable, but I guess we really don't need that for our application. We have the adjustable one, so I mean, we have it in case somebody else needs it. Oil filter wrench to cut our oil filters apart, check them. We got some files, temp gauge, valve spring tool in case someone needs to borrow it. All of our bits. And that's what we got in our toolbox. And yes, I did finally find one that fit in here, and I may or may not have gotten the stickers. Haven't heard, we have a toddler. Say hi.
Hi. Hi, Dad.
Probably won't be staying here. These are just, we'll have them in the car probably. So clothes can go here, or maybe the baby toys. And then we'll have more clothes storage back there. Still got to fit all of our chairs. The canopy will go on top. They can go inside for now. And then I still got these guys. I want to get some more. We gave one of our extra sets away to some of the people on drag week. I feel really bad for them. Someone ran into their car on the side of the highway. I really wish they would have had a set of these before. Maybe we could have prevented that, and they could have kept going. It's just how things roll. So I'm going to take some extra ones. That way, if anybody needs them, they can just have them, because I'd rather you guys have them and be safe. And, you know, as long as I got one set, I'm good. So that's how it is with that. I still got to pack up all my zip ties, because you can never have too many of those. Got to pack those up. I picked up this extra spool of wire from Advance. Throw the fuses in there somewhere. Trying to figure out what to do with all this stuff. So I'm going to take some brake fluid and then some .4 for the EcoBoost, or if somebody else is running that. Got me a grease gun from Advance. It was on sale. I paid like virtually nothing for this thing, so that's pretty snazzy. Got our caliper grease, anti-seize. Oh man, I touched it. Some assembly lube in case anybody needs that. Polish the welds up, if I even have time. Picked up this little guy in case I need to do C-clip eliminators. And then, of course, picked up some water wetter because we're going to be switching to that. I mean, it was buy one, get one free, so whatever I could grab, I got it. However, I was looking at this little guy here, and I'm thinking he might, maybe, I don't know, some Snap-on brand thing. So it's probably like $600 for this little guy. Don't know what it's supposed to do, but it's got holes, so maybe I can mount it up on the wall somewhere. And we got extra oil, and then I still need more transmission fluid. And then I gotta find a room to throw our extra water pump. I paid $15 for it, so might as well have an extra water pump. But yeah, here's what we got. Okie dokie, so of course we made some more changes. Left everything the way it was, but we decided to add in a cabinet here. Because on drag week, I kept losing my bread. So this way I can put, propane tanks, maybe make a shelf for bread, hot dog buns, throw some Pop-Tarts in here. Anything that I just don't want to have messed up, I can throw up in the cabinet, and then we'll put some kind of little locker on here to keep it shut. Because, during drag week, when you had a loaf of bread, you just throw it on the shelf, next thing you know, boom, you got batteries smashing it, or it's back here, or throwing up back there under T5s, or you end up shoving it down here, because you didn't notice it, smash it with the cooler, and then by the time you're all done, let's make a sandwich. Well, nobody wants to eat your sandwich. Because the bread's all... Yeah?
Where's the bread at?
I haven't seen the bread.
I just bought that.
Bought what?
The bread.
I had some sandwiches.
There's a whole brand new loaf.
I was hungry. Well, about the bread. Good news is the cabinet's going to work a lot better. The bread fits in there.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's giving me flashbacks.
Flashback. No bread!
Literally, not long time.
What do you want for lunch? You want a bologna rolled up with a piece of cheese?
Exactly.
Good enough.
Blowing your roll up.
Yep. Toddler liked it at least. That was one of our bigger downfalls. We'd feed the toddler and everything. We'd sit there on our drive and we're like, I'm kind of hungry. We ate breakfast at 7. It's 11:30 at night. Man, McDoubles hit hard. I'm not a McDonald's guy, but when you don't eat all day and you're on a drag and drive, that McDouble tastes like a Big Mac. Well, I gotta head to work, and the cabinet's gonna work a lot better. So I'll bring you guys back once I get this thing all packed up, and you'll see how full or not full it is.